Hello, babies.
Brewing. Patriots blow it, Raymond, 33-21 in a shitstorm of a shit game. Main takeaways, I kind of gave you mine. If you want to piggyback off them, go for it. If not, if you have anything else you want to lead off with, I'll give it over to you, and then I'll take my turn.
What you have there is pretty much sums it all up, except I want to go into a little bit more depth. Defense,
let me go first. Let me go first, and you can go into depth, because my takeaways was for the second game in a row that you came out and you got pushed around. You looked flat. You started flat. You looked slow. It looked like you didn't want to be there. The first down by the Bills, Devin Singletary, the smallest guy on the field, drags Kyle Duggar 10 yards. Like, that can't happen, and it happened all fucking day. Never mind to start. But for the second straight week, it looked like the other team was more intense, more physical, ready to play, and you weren't, and that's a problem. You would think coming off that Colts game, fine, you give them a little bit of an excuse. They're riding a little high off their 7-game win streak. They had a bye week. You go into that Colts game in Indianapolis, and you get run over a little bit because you took your foot off the gas. No excuse in this one. I mean, everything, literally everything is on the line, and you come out that way and you really can't recover. It's disgusting. Why? It's so fucking frustrating to watch. And mainly I blame the defense. 33 points you gave up. You could not get a stop when you needed it. You were letting Josh Allen run all over you. You were letting him connect easy crossing routes all fucking day. Third downs were a problem. Fourth downs were a problem. The defense, this team was built to win first with defense, and they completely fell on their face in this Bills game. And then lastly, the Mac Jones passing offense cannot win a shootout. It's now confirmed. However, I don't put this game on them, and I don't think that they can't necessarily come back, because I think that they showed their ability to come back in both the Colts and Bills game. There's just a limit to it. And again, it all starts with the defense. But confirmed, Mac Jones, he's as a rookie, not going to get in the shootout and win. That's for sure.
No, absolutely not. And my thing is that I'm piggybacking off the defensive take. In years past, the secondary used to be the strongest part of our defense. No more. If the front seven can't get to the quarterback and rush the quarterback to make fast throws, the secondary can't lock down any corners. J.C. Jackson got owned against Stephon Diggs on Sunday. Myles Bryant, oh my God. He is probably the worst cornerback I've ever seen live in a football stadium, because that guy got owned from their third or fourth wide receiver on the field. It was just the worst thing you could possibly see. They can't stop anyone. Fourth downs, they were converting left and right. It was just the worst performance from a Bill Belichick-led defense that I've seen in a very, very long time.
Yeah, Brian Daboll had an answer for everything. They knew what they wanted to do. And it felt like the Patriots were constantly on their heels all day long. The Bills were step ahead, and they were, and this has worked in the past, but they were trying to let Josh Allen fuck up. So they were driving back in coverage, giving him the short stuff, and hoping that he would make a mistake along the way. By the way, he made those mistakes. You just didn't capital on him, J.C. Jackson. So, and he airmailed more than a handful of balls in that game. This is why Josh Allen I just can't trust him. And this is why I put so much emphasis on the defense losing that game for you. Because as good as Josh Allen played, he should have played better, and he should have had 2 interceptions, at least to J.C. Jackson, if not more. And the Patriots just couldn't take advantage of it. How many 3rd and 10s? I think there's 4 3rd and 10s that the Bills connected on. Never mind the 4th downs where you knew Josh Allen was going to sneak it and you couldn't stop him. Never mind the red zone, which was just pathetic defense. That last touchdown by Diggs. I mean, I don't know if J.C. Jackson thought he had help. I don't know if Kyle Van Noy was the linebacker there. McCourty was showing blitz. I don't know if he couldn't get back in time. Either way, I mean, J.C. Jackson got burnt by 2 fucking yards on a cheap little skinny post that burnt them all throughout that game. Their defense just looked like shit. I couldn't tell whether they were playing zone or man most of the time, but when they went to man, you could tell Myles Bryant had no business being on that fucking field. Whatever his name is there for the Bills, Isaac. Who the hell was it? Number 19.
Keep going.
God damn it. Sorry. I should have had that. It's in my head and I can't fucking come up with it. Myles Bryant just didn't belong on the field in man-to-man coverage, and a lot of these guys do. Jalen Mills certainly doesn't, even though he didn't burn you too bad in that game. But I think it's definitively confirmed J.C. Jackson not a number one quarterback in this league. He was talking about being on an island earlier this season. No way, buddy. No way. No. You're a great cornerback in a right scheme, and that scheme is zone. And if you were lined up against the number one wide receiver on an island, you suck. You get burnt. You're not that guy.
You're not gonna. And that's like a money bag game for him. It's Isaiah McKenzie, the guy that lit up
I knew there was that.
Myles. Yeah, but he was demanding big money. This is a contract year for him. He's gonna be a free agent at the end of the year. And if you can't go 1-on-1 against a division rival, number one Stephon Diggs, you aren't getting that fucking paycheck like you think you're gonna get. Bill Belichick's going to say, see ya, I'll take my chances on someone else. I can make some other undrafted rookie what you were or what you are or what you think you are, and see you later. Have fun walking and going to the Jags and getting a big contract and getting eaten up alive down there.
Yeah, or go pull a Stephon Diggs and pay the actual best guy. Stephon Gilmore, sorry. And I don't know what the free agent class looks like in cornerbacks and who's even out there or what the trade is, but I'm just saying J.C. Jackson's not that guy. And I think we've seen it from Belichick throughout the season, throughout the last few seasons. He's slow to bring those type of compliments to J.C. Jackson, and we've seen him do it before. We've seen him say it about Gilmore. We've seen him say it about Darrelle Revis, certainly Ty Law. After they had their little spat, about a decade later, he said Ty Law was as good as he was. He's been kind of putting J.C. Jackson down for at least this season, the little comments are coming out. So that was evident. Stephon Diggs is J.C. Jackson's daddy. That's for sure. What do you put the defense on, talent or coaching? Do you think the coaching fucked them up? I'll give you an example. Why didn't they blitz more? Why didn't they blitz Josh Allen more?
I think they were just playing back in coverage. I think they were just rushing 3 or 4 and just hoping that would be enough to make him make these mental mistakes, but no one was capitalizing. I think it was a talent. It wasn't the coaching. I think it was the talent.
I would have liked to see him blitz. I think Josh Allen's biggest hurdle when it comes to being on the field is his mental lapses and making stupid plays, and those generally happen under pressure. Now, he made some really good plays, on the run, which is his MO. But that specifically, he had one, I think it was 3rd and 10 or 3rd and long, that he was running right and threw, cardinal sin for a quarterback, threw across his body in the middle of the field. Guy caught it, and it was a first down. But you make him make 2 more, 3 more of those types of throws, it's getting picked. It's getting picked. And that your rush wasn't getting there. You were losing. Your coverage clearly was not, what it's been most of the season. I was a little bit disappointed. No, I was very disappointed to see them really not make any adjustments throughout the game. I mean, I listened to Bedard kind of talk about and break down some of the game film. And he said that they switched up their front 4 in the rushes that, they'd bring a linebacker and drop a DN back or, pull some stunts and shit. But they were bringing 4 guys the whole night, and they never fucking got there against a shitty offensive line. So it was disappointing to me to see them not bring more pressure from a blitz, because you're getting fucking burnt in the secondary anyway. Like, yeah. What the fuck?
But would you get
to the wrong guy that you saw Josh Allen sit, and then when a guy was open, threw him the ball. If you pressure him, maybe he throws to the wrong guy and you get a turnover. That's the whole idea.
When he was sitting, he wasn't making as much mental mistakes. When I was watching him, he was checking down a lot. It was more of these little. My last receiver, running back, he was dumping it off to, and they were getting the 5-6 yards every time. It was like a running play. And that's what it seemed like. So, because everyone was dropping back in coverage and they're only rushing 3 or 4, like you're saying. So yeah, maybe if he did blitz more, he would have to go to his first read or second read and make that stupid mistake. So yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying.
And that's the MO with quarterbacks like Josh Allen is you got a first read, second, third read, and you give him time. In the past, you gave Josh Allen time, and he still tried to force it into that first or second read. But clearly, he's evolved. Clearly, he's gotten better. Good for him. Bad for the Patriots. Fucking look at it and figure it out. Blitz him. Make him make a decision earlier than letting him slowly progress that dumb face through the reads. And 5 seconds later, dump it off to Isaiah McKenzie, who starts on this side of the field runs the whole fucking field and catches it on the sideline of the other side. How many times did that happen to poor Myles Bryant?
Who don't say poor Myles. Fuck that guy.
No one should be. No one is able to cover that. No, like Isaiah McKenzie burnt them on, I think, 3 specifically that I can remember, those crossing routes, some deeper than others. And Myles Bryant just had to chase him across the field. He's just slower.
I had asked the guy behind me. He was a Bills fan. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? He's like, I don't know. He's like our 4th wide receiver. Like, he's fucking eating us alive.
Which tells you clearly that, the Patriots' game plan to bottle up their first and second guys worked for the most part until you put J.C. Jackson one-on-one with Stephon Diggs. And then,
didn't Emmanuel Sanders have like one leg pretty much that whole game?
Yeah, he got hurt. He got hurt pretty early on. And he's been just kind of absent in that offense for a while now.
Shell of himself, yeah. Since
like the first quarter of the season. So, yeah, Dawson Knox didn't fucking really show up. He had a couple red zone targets. Isaiah McKenzie fucking burnt you. He burnt you with their 3rd guy, and you didn't adjust. It was
him and J.C. Jackson's papa.
And Devin Singletary was running all over you. Oh, it was gross.